Hi guys, Frank here with Build Your Own, and in this video we're going to be replacing the radiator drain plug on my 1994 Chevrolet C1500. For what it's worth, I have the 4.3 liter V6, but this part also works on the V8 model OBS trucks. Real quick before we get started, I just want to remind you to check out the playlist for my truck. I have 39 videos of this old truck all the way back to when I first bought it for $1,100 off of Craigslist. I can assure you it looks nothing like it did when I bought it. If you watch the very first video I did on this truck, you will see what I mean. So, this is a radiator drain plug. I have the factory service manual for this truck, and they actually even have the procedure for replacing this. Turns out that this piece right here is actually a three-piece design. There's a stem, a seal, and then the body. So are you wondering where is the radiator drain plug on a 1994 Chevy C1500? I will show you. If you come around to the driver's side, down at the bottom of the radiator down here, let's get down here, then you can see that that radiator drain plug is right there. It's very easy to locate, and it should be easy to get at all the time. The funny thing is, I broke this drain plug doing a video using this Blue Devil radiator and block sealer. I was gonna pour that in here. I needed to make some space for it because the radiator was full because I had topped it off. I don't really drive the truck, and I went to remove that drain plug, and I think it just broke because it just twists and twists, and it just keeps dripping for a while there. And I think it stops dripping because there's this Blue Devil radiator and block sealer in there. So first thing we need to do actually is drain this radiator, and then we can pull out the old drain plug, and then we can put in this new one, and we'll follow the shop manual so we know exactly how to do it. Okay, so here we are looking at the manual, looking at the factory procedure for how to replace the drain plug. And so obviously step one is drain the radiator of the coolant, so let's do that. See, now luckily I have this sweet 4-inch rough country lift on my truck, so I could take that big old bucket under there and slide it right under that drain plug, twist that bad boy off, and let it drain out. I put another bucket back there just in case it fills up. I mean, I don't know how much coolant's in this truck, how much it holds. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drain that out right now. Okay, so we can see what happened. Here's the radiator drain plug. I just took out the truck. You could see that it's broken. All right, you've got the stem, which is the part I'm holding on to. You've got the seal, which is here, but the body, which is this piece down here, it's all broken off, and you can clearly see that this does screw down. That's how it tightens. So this was just sitting in the radiator, so it could have fallen out at any time, and I haven't been driving the truck for that specific reason. Okay, so according to the book, we need to remove the body. We need to remove that body of this radiator drain plug. And so it says squeeze the sides of the body with fingers or needle nose pliers to disengage body locking tangs from side tank. So let's do that. Okay, so if we look at the body of this new one, we've got to squeeze this in here. We've got to compress this down on the old one that's still in the radiator so we can pull it out of the radiator, and then we can pop this one in, screw it down, and the job's done. So as you can see, the coolant is draining out of the radiator. It's kind of burping itself out of there. And while it's still doing that, I'm just gonna try to remove that body. It's tucked in there somewhere, so I'm just gonna kind of fiddle with that and get that out of there. Okay, so I've assembled the tools I think I need to remove that body out of the radiator. So I need this little step ladder because the truck's a little tall. I gotta reach over the top because going underneath doesn't seem like an option. I've got this little hook tool because if this thing is just too big, if this needle nose pliers is just too big to get in there, which it kind of looks like, I'll try to just hook one corner and pull it out. I've got the flashlight so I can actually see down there. It's dark, and at first I thought I was going to go underneath the truck, so I was going to use those glasses, but the frame rail's right there, so you can't really go underneath the truck. Okay, that was really easy. That took just a second. I ended up using this hook tool. This thing actually sits in there. It sits in there like this, right at the bottom, right? These sit just like so, just like this in there, flat at the bottom. I kind of picked it out from the top side, and then I got a little bit to slide out, and I was able to pull it out with the pliers. It's really easy. These pliers were just, they were just a little bit too big. Luckily I had a little tool like that, so you shouldn't have any problem doing it. Now we need to reinstall it back in, okay? And it's gonna go in just like so. You want these little tabs to be parallel with the radiator, not perpendicular. You want to make sure that they're parallel, okay? So what I'm gonna do is put this in, and I'm pretty sure it just snaps right in, and then we can screw this thing down. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so we want to make sure this thing is parallel, and it just snaps. It should, I think, just snap right in there. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, it did. And then let's see if we can screw it down and see if it tightens up. Yeah, maybe, is it? Yeah, it is. It's tightening up. Result. Guess what? I'm not going to over tighten it, because that's probably why it snapped. I'm not really sure. But result. Okay, so only 2 things left to do, and this job is complete. Step 1, we're going to take some more antifreeze and top the radiator off. I was going to use this coolant, because, and there's not that much. I was going to use that coolant, but I don't have a sufficient funnel that fits down in here. So fortunately, I have a couple new antifreeze, gallons of antifreeze. So I'll go ahead and top that off, and then we'll wipe down the truck. Okay, so the truck is back up and running. That was a very easy repair to replace the radiator drain plug. Super straightforward. So yeah, that's it. But now, before we actually wrap this up, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this truck down. I was leaning over it and everything, and I like to keep it very, very polished. So we'll wipe this down real fast. I like to use the Grio's Speed Shine for the truck when it stays like this. It hasn't gotten rained on or anything, and so just to keep it looking shiny, that's what I like to use. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you found it helpful on how to replace your drain plug on your 1994 Chevy C1500. If you did find it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.